Welcome, everybody, to the day we've all been looking forward to. The start of a new NBA season on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. We have Doris Burks on the sideline as well. A contest in the West. We'll see if the Los Angeles Clippers can deliver the goods here at home. They're getting their first look at the Thunder, their first game of the NBA's regular season. And last year, they were able to take the edge in the series thanks to some clutch play.
And they usually came out on top when these two teams faced off last year. No surprise, they're the better team.
Yeah, and very tough to beat when they're playing up to their capabilities. That's why they're one of the top teams in the league.
So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. Durant, the 3, and Ibaka, the 4. Andre Robertson out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's Cantor in the 5 spot. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Here's Westbrook. Cantor in the corner. 6 on the shot clock. Durant kicks to Robertson. And Durant, here we go. And the shot is good.
You know, and Billy Donovan, the Oklahoma City Thunder, were able to pull him away from the college game last season. Signed him to a 5-year deal in the middle of last year's playoffs.
Deflects the pass. And there's the call on Durant. That is his first foul of the game. First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Paul against Westbrook. Griffin sets the screen for Paul. Stolen by Cantor.
They're losing their concentration here, guys. Some sloppy play going on right now.
Yeah, 2 turnovers in a row, and that's always a recipe for disaster.
To the wing right side. Robertson dishes to Durant. 6 on the shot clock. And the shot falls short this time.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Paul. Here's Westbrook. Dishes to Durant. And Robertson kicks to Westbrook. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Outside for Durant. From the arc. That's good. Durant's got 5.
A good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
And really, last season, the Thunder came into the year as a popular pick to win the West. Of course, we know what happened in terms of injuries, and they ended up having them on the outside looking in terms of the postseason.
Even though he isn't having the best of games from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Crawford's checked in. Then for the Thunder, Steven Adams comes in for Enes Kanter. And it's Waiters in for Robertson. Paul is screen on Ibaka. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Griffin. Jordan kicks to Paul. Stolen by Waiters. For the finish. And finished off by Westbrook.
And, folks, he does more than just put 2 points onto their lead. He does it with a little bit of flair.
He sure does. You're right. It's a dazzling move to the bucket for him.
I'll tell you what, he may not be the biggest man in the league, guys, but he more than makes up for that lack of size with amazing aerial skills.
For the Thunder, their play against the rest of the West wasn't a huge problem as to why they missed the playoffs. And, Mark, you know, they went 25 and 27 against the rest of the West.
Well, at first glance, that doesn't look too bad, but only 7 wins in those 29 games against the Western Conference playoff team. With the talent the Thunder have, you still think of them as favorites in the West, at least one of the favorites in the West.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Cole Aldrich, he's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Smith comes in for Blake Griffin. Lance Stevenson subbed in for J.J. Redick. And then for Oklahoma City, Nick Collison's checked in for Ibaka. Kyle Zingler comes in for Kevin Durant. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Russell Westbrook. Los Angeles shooting their first free throws tonight. The first trip to the stripe in this one. And he ends up missing both free throws.
I didn't expect that result when he stepped up there. I'll bet he didn't either. As good a foul shooter as he is.
That's a 2 from Paul. Up and in. Off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
Looked like he was trying to go for a degree of difficulty points on that shot.
Well, it was the Oklahoma City Thunder winning their last game against Utah. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Three-pointer Augustine. Rebound by Smith. The Clippers trail. The drive by Paul. Crawford outside. Shoots the 3. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Here's Waiters. And again, no good by Oklahoma. And there's the horn. We've seen some good defense on both sides, and the score is still close. Thunder out in front. They lead by 1. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And so far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Thunder.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So for the Clippers right now, Paul and Crawford pair up at the 1 and 2. Griffin is out there with Cole Aldridge. And it's Stevenson in the small forward position. They set the pick. Morrow kicks to Singler. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
He's off on the second.
And the Clippers not known for being an outside shooting team, but they take a large amount of deep mid-range 2s as well as their fair share of 3s. And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
Here's Westbrook. Knocks down the step-back J.
Los Angeles timeout call.
For the Clippers, you think of Lob City, and it's all dunks. But the reality is, Clark, as Greg was just talking about, that just isn't the case.
It really isn't. I mean, they also led the league in pull-up shots attempted by a wide margin, about 24 pull-up J's a game.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Griffin sets the screen for Crawford. To the paint. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. Los Angeles shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. That one is off. Well, it was a season last year of heartbreak and change for the Thunder, narrowly missing the playoffs as the Pelicans beat them out for that 8th position.
Yeah, and they were teetering back and forth on that 8th spot for most of the year. Ultimately, they just couldn't hold on to that final playoff spot.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder.
Guys, for the Thunder, that playoff miss was the first time they didn't make the postseason since their first year in Oklahoma. Fans have really been spoiled with how successful the Thunder have been of late.
And so here is Oklahoma City. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Adams outside. Back to Westbrook. Shot clock at 6. Morrow, the pass to Durant. Shoots from 12. Can't get it to go. So Los Angeles will take it the other way.
And the Western playoffs just, it seemed a bit amiss without having the Thunder involved. Westbrook, I tell you what, he did everything he could to try and carry that injured group into the postseason last year, but it just wasn't to be.
There is no way a player like him can be left wide open like that. Did you pay attention to the scouting report?
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Paul with the three. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
There's 6 points on consecutive three balls. They're finding holes in this defense.
And no doubt the defense had better play a little tighter.
Now here's Westbrook. Here's Durant. Soft touch off the glass. Durant's got 7 points.
And that's what he does. I mean, he is a bucket getter.
Crawford. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Crawford's got the lead up to 5 now for the Clippers.
You know what? That's what you like to see. A perfect pass leading him right into the shot. Didn't even have to break stride. Boy, Doc Rivers keeps on leading his teams to successful seasons. A former coach of the year rarely has a season where his team doesn't meet expectations.
Thunder trailing by 5. Here's Westbrook. And off the glass. That one's good. Westbrook's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Now here's Griffin. Back to Paul. Stevenson dishes to Griffin. Shoots a fader. Again, Los Angeles.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
Crawford kicks to Griffin.
Clearly a 2-for-1 situation here, guys.
Oh, without question, Greg. I mean, the wise move would be to get themselves a quick shot so they have an opportunity to get that 2-for-1.
Finished off the break. And it's a 7-point Clipper lead.
You know, one aspect of their play today that's really been tight and far superior is their passing.
And that kind of flow can be elusive, but the great offenses have it, and that's just what they've shown here tonight.
And the Thunder going with a whole new group out there. It's Crawford on the wing. Griffin is screen on Waiters. Down low. No good off the pick.
Good little two-man action there, but they just can't get the shot to fall.
Yeah, but that was a beauty. Good-looking shot, well-executed play. I wouldn't be surprised to see them go back to it.
Assist from DJ Augustine.
Here is Paul. He got it up. And the recheck. And we're through the first half of basketball here, and what's been a good one. Clippers lead by 5. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. It's been a clinic by Chris Paul.
He was just like a jitterbug out there. I mean, disrupting passes, getting his hands on a lot of balls, forcing turnovers and steals. Just a solid job all the way around.
Like to watch him play like that. Makes the game so much more interesting.
Yeah, it looked a little bit like Greg Anthony in the day. A jitterbug or maybe a gnat was the kind of nuisance he's been as far as defending. Excellent work at that end of the floor for him.
And Kevin Clark's the only guy I know that can call you a gnat and mean it as a compliment.
And make you feel good about it. Yeah,
I appreciate that.
Yeah, that's good, Clark. Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half. It's been a clinic by Chris Paul.
Yeah, you know, one of the things about the truly greats of our game is that sometimes you get spoiled because of how consistent they can be. And so far, another big scoring night for him.
And oftentimes when he puts up that many points in the first half, he follows it up with an even better second half. We'll see if that's the case here.
And on the floor for Billy Donovan as we get into the second half. Inside, you've got Ibaka and Canner. On the perimeter, it's Waiters and Durant. And it's Westbrook in the point guard. Not to the surprise of anyone, really, but the Clippers last year were strong at home once again. They managed to go 30-11 at Staples Center.
Yeah, and Kevin, that makes 3 straight seasons for the Clippers of 30 or more wins at home.
Griffin with the steal. And Stevenson, the bucket on the assist by Paul. Paul's got 3 assists in the game.
You know, the big thing for the Clippers is that they won some big games in Staples over tough opponents. I mean, also won 6 of their last 7 to secure the 3 seed in the West.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
And one issue with the Clippers at home is that it didn't feel like they were at home. Blake Griffin said home court advantage is just not there for us. And this is on the heels of a loss where the crowd was cheering for the other team louder than the Clippers at times.
Here's Ibaka. Knocks down the 10-footer. Ibaka's got his second basket of the night.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
Some solid defense from Ibaka.
And although he doesn't quite get the block, he does get the missed field goal attempt because of his ability to alter the shot.
Well, almost as effective as a block. I mean, made him completely change his release point, and I think that caused the miss.
6 to shoot. The pass to Waiters. Beyond the arc. Ball's knocked loose.
And that's just great work there to get in the shooter's face and then go and corral that backboard.
And that one's good. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
Now here's Paul. He's got 12. To the paint. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession.
Yeah, that's a super defensive play. If that gets through, no doubt they score.
And that's why he sold out for it, because he knew he had to make that play. He wasn't going to let them get the advantage.
3 on the clock. Poked away. But they'll get another chance. And there's the foul. It goes on Serge Ibaka. That's his first foul. Full 24-second shot clock. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. And it's Paul penetrating. 3 seconds left. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
Make it 10 of their last 12 points coming off assists.
You have to love the ball movement. And for long stretches of the season, the Thunder, they had a short bench early on due to injury and just having a short rotation. But they did change things up, though, as they went through that regular season.
Clippers leading by 7. He dishes it to Aldridge. Feeds it to Paul. Stevenson kicks to Paul. Back to Stevenson. Clock at 6. Pass to Griffin. The rebound by Ibaka.
You rarely see him missing dunks, but the defender was right in his face on that one, and it threw him off just enough.
Quick hands and the ability to anticipate the opening to create a turnover, so valuable, especially for a guard, as we see 2 tremendous talents with their ability to steal that ball away.
You know, and John Stockton, the only player to have cracked the 3,000 barrier in terms of career steals. You ask the fans about Stockton, and it's his passing they'll remember. But if you ask the players he's played up against, they'll tell you it's his defense that was just as sharp. And really, the last few seasons, the Clippers have been one of the most consistently strong teams in the league. A far cry from when they were a bottom feeder back in the day. They have become one of the premier franchises in the NBA.
Paul for three. That one does not go. It puts him at 5 for 9 from the field. Stevenson kicks to Paul. .27 seconds left in the third quarter. Griffin passes to Aldridge. And Durant sends it back. Out of bounds, Clippers ball as the Clippers keep possession. 20 seconds left to play here in the third.
But still, eventually, you got to feel like he'll start knocking those down again.
Stevenson can't hit. And the Thunder pushing it up now. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
The Thunder shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And both free throws good for Westbrook. 7 seconds left in the third. Paul for 3. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Los Angeles on top. They're up by 4. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. We've got a great game on our hands as we welcome you back. The fourth quarter of action getting started. Thunder trailing by 4. Paul and Crawford pair up at the 1 and 2. Cole Aldrich is out there with Griffin. And it's Stevenson in at the small forward. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Paul kicks to Stevenson. And Westbrook pulls it down.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
It's deflected. Here's Cantor. No good. Great D that time from Griffin. Here's Stevenson. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. Last year, the Thunder were in a playoff battle all season, Clark. Their road record of 16 and 24, a big part of why they didn't sneak into the playoffs.
Well, when you're dealing with the kinds of injuries the Thunder had last year, it's impossible to be your best, and grinding out road wins is that much tougher. Well, he did enough there. He made it a 2-possession game, at least.
The drive by Cantor. Offensive rebound. Tries again. And Aldridge sends it back. Crawford dishes to Griffin. And there's the call on Anthony Morrow. That's foul number 2 for him.
And really with the Thunder and their road problems last season, both Phoenix and New Orleans had better road records than they did. And had the Thunder been tougher on the road, no doubt they would have made it in.
Here's Paul. Banked in off the glass. And the Clippers lead by 7.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But, boy, that was a nice job.
Here is Stevenson following the basket by Russell Westbrook. The shot's good from Aldrich.
You know, the Thunder had road trouble right out of the gate last season, guys. Only had 1 road win in their first 9 road games. They also had 4 different instances of 4 or more game road losing streaks last season.
Now here's Paul. Inside. Stolen by Cantor. It's Westbrook with the drive. To the middle. Ibaka. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Clippers?
Well, their passing has been picturesque. A thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
Yeah, but I also like the balance because they're doing a great job of getting inside and converting around the rim. I really like their aggressiveness.
It's deflected. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Cantor. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth.
They get that one, but guys, on the night, that's been the problem, securing the ball.
They've been out-hustled. At this point, hard to see them recovering from that.
The kick out to Westbrook. The basket good off the assist from Durant. 16 points for Russell Westbrook.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
And their lasers are starting to do their thing. I mean, that's going to be the ticket for them the rest of the way.
We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. Durant, the pass to Ibaka. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
Loose D here. Critical stretch. I mean, you're better off sending them to the free throw lines than to have them get that good a look.
Free from Stevenson. And the rebound goes to the Thunder.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Well, he's building a house with those bricks. I mean, one reason is he keeps trying to force it up when he's defended well. Move the ball. Share the sugar.
Now here's Paul. Here's Griffin. And Enes Kanter picks up the foul. That's his third foul of the game.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set. This touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
Westbrook, no good.
That's what we call good defense in the paint. Worth its weight in gold.
It absolutely is, and maybe even more than that. I mean, you saw it right there. Without his presence, that's an easy basket.
At the line for two.
And he ends up making the second, and that makes it a 3-point lead. Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. The dish to Ibaka. Yes!
What a bucket at one of the more crucial moments of the game.
How about the cool, collected way in which he delivered it? Clutch!
Los Angeles calls timeout. They're up by 1. 51 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Guys, over that last break, I listened to Doc Rivers address his team. The game's still in question, but he told his players, guys, this is when it's fun, right? Time is winding down, a close game. This is where you show the preparation and the time you put in. Kevin, we'll see if they respond.
Now here's Westbrook. Chance there to take the lead. Missing. Guys, this possession could decide their fate.
So that means they've got to be very careful with the basketball right now.
A drive by Paul. It's in!
Unbelievable basket. I mean, giving up a lot of height there, but he was not to be denied.
Not when the game's hanging in the balance. That makes it a little different. He was going to get to the rim no matter who was standing in the way on that one.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. They're down by 3. 20 seconds left in the fourth. Guys, your thoughts?
And you know what? You got a couple options here. You can take the 3 to tie it or get the quick 2 and then a foul.
And, you know, if it opens up for them inside, the quick 2 would be the way I would lean, Greg, but the foul has to come immediately after that.
For the Clippers, Jordan, he's checked in for Aldridge. Pierce comes in for Lance Stevenson, and J.J. Redick is subbed in for Jamal Crawford. And Oklahoma City with a change here, too. Ziegler's checked in. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession. Los Angeles calls timeout. They're up by 3. 17 seconds left to play in the final quarter. "17 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
That's a good foul, though. I like that. I mean, clock management crucial at this time of the game.
Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
No mistakes there. I think you can close the book on this one, guys. It's done.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 5. 12 seconds left to play here in the fourth. What do you think, guys?
And you know what? And they're going to draw up something where they can get a quick shot and then maybe a foul.
That's got to be the game plan here. I mean, free throws are really their only hope point with the clock stopped.
Jordan. So the Clippers with the win. It was up for grabs.